trees are green and overhanging, feather light free and everlasting.
Oh boy. You don't mind me.
We'll deal with this first.
This
and then.
trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says, whirling in rags. With a well-oiled crack, the lock pops open. It should now be possible to simply raise the lid. Don't. Maybe you shouldn't.
Oh, Inland Empire is like, don't do it.
Maybe you shouldn't. Of course you should. This is your time to shine, Hobocop. Dive into that dumpster for extra.
Hobocop. Hobocop. Hobocop.
For extra content. Didn't I have a premonition that there's something in there?
Open the lid.
There is, but you won't like it. Sweat forms on your brow. Your hand is still on the lid.
Open the lid.
The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
We're just in time. This hasn't been emptied for over a week.
Look under the boxes of carton.
Pick at the eggs.
At the rags. Search the food waste.
Oh my god.
Woolie. Well, there's only one way to do this. There's only one way to do this.
Dig in Hobocop style for extra content.
Wow, an Armistice caliber 50 knock cannon. Half wrapped in paper tissues. So shiny.
What's a knock cannon?
You know, when I picked Hobocop, I didn't quite think that the fullest implication of Hobocop would, in fact, like, I didn't expect to be tested.
Oh, you thought?
I thought I would just be able to say I'm a Hobocop without actually being a Hobocop.
Dude, you gotta live it. You gotta be it. You gotta breathe the Hobocop lifestyle.
No, I just wanted to be a poser, you know?
You just wanted to put your little toe in the Hobocop pool?
Yeah, and just be like, haha, LOL.
I'ma push you in that pool
LOL,
real quick.
Hobocop. And then, like, when the garbage shows up, you're like, I'm good.
Tell me how the waters are, huh?
What's a knock cannon?
It's a giant rifle, and it's very expensive. Not as expensive as that fat string of pearls snaking around the rotten banana peels, however.
Wow.
And is that Cordon Electric's preamp with Electra F2 tubes? It is. That catches quite a price.
Wow.
We're talking 12,000. Easy. Unless you're into hi-fi yourself.
I'll sell it.
Yeah.
No, you won't. Because none of those things are real. They're not actually in there. All you see is food waste and crisp wrappings.
Cruel jest. There must be something.
All you see is a broken mug with a racist depiction of the yellow man frolicking in saffron.
Wow.
An antique?
Take the mug.
The lieutenant briefly glances at the mug, then returns his sight to the trash.
All right.
You see milk and egg rest with one broken egg in it. Some pasta wrapper. Picking up the soggy packages somehow feels familiar. A box falls into pieces in your hands. Batiste Soleil cereal. There are plastic pasta packages below. And turbo noodles. Nothing of note, however.
Pick up the rags?
Among the threadbare kitchen towels, something catches your eye. A pair of denim trousers.
Grab
As the
'em.
legs of the slime-covered jeans begin to unspool from the garbage. A rank corpse smell fills the air.
The victim's clothes? Cadaverine odor is faint. If these belong to the deceased, they were removed when he was still in the early stages of decay. Drop them in here, officer.
The lieutenant produces a black plastic bag marked evidence from his pocket.
Bag the trousers.
Guitar marked blue jeans. Pockets empty or emptied. He wore them with a belt, too. A white belt. The loops appear stretched, but
He looks into the container.
the belt is missing. That's it. Do you see anything else in there?
Something slimy catches your eye.
Reach for it.
Nope.
A drab, long-sleeved shirt, olive-colored, appears from the food waste, dripping with pus.
Ew.
Bag
Bag
it.
it.
This is a military-type overgarment. No label or serial number. This is the kind of rib-knit shirt that's worn over light armor to conceal it in an urban scenario. Anything more?
The rest of the rags are just kitchen variety waste. Just garbage.
That's all, I think.
Thanks, perception.
All right. We should go to Gart again and ask if he knows who put the clothes in the trash. It could be as simple as someone from the hostel cleaning the yard. Or that one. I'd advise against confronting that force.
Yeah, we need to ask the kids who put them here.
You think someone from the whirling might have been involved, maybe?
Not really. All we know is the victim's clothes are in the trash, the lid was locked, and his establishment had the key. It's just a small loose thread.
Yeah, we need to ask the kids.
What about kids? You hear that, Kuno? He thinks you're an infant or something.
See?
Yeah, okay.
The lieutenant nods, then looks back into the trash container.
Search the food waste.
Yeah.
It's just organic waste, cold and slimy on your hands. Apple and potato peels, mostly. Unidentified sludge, and the occasional chicken bone thrown in for good measure. But hey,
But hey.
Is there anything worse than cold and slimy? Like, warm and slimy, you can at least find some... cold and slimy is just, this is foreign, this is bad, this is not supposed to be here, this is just something dangerous,
But what about hot and slimy?
But I don't... cold and
Look,
slimy?
slimy is something
Yes.
already.
But I don't know. Something about it being cold and slimy is just worse. Warm, food that you're about to eat can be warm and slimy.
That's true.
But food you're not supposed to eat is going to be cold and slimy.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's fair.
nothing. It's nothing. Nothing more to see here. What's this?
What?
Huh? What?
A blue piece of plastic sticks out from the apple peels. It's shiny. Looks like the corner of something.
Pick it out.
They look badly damaged, but you can still make out forms and notes, written in a man's handwriting.
A blue clipboard. A blue plastic clipboard with moist papers hanging from it.
They look badly damaged, but you can still make out forms and notes written in a man's handwriting. Yeah, okay.
Officer, is that your paperwork?
No, it can't be.
I don't know what this is.
It is. Look, the plastic has the RCM street grid on it. You've even got an autopsy form in there.
A miserable-looking slip of paper sticks to the board.
If you don't mind me asking, how did this get in the trash?
I don't know, man. It must have been cramping my style.
It has a foreboding quality to it. Maybe I needed to lose it for the great bloodletting to begin.
I think I didn't want to be a cop anymore, so I threw it away.
Someone from the whirling threw it in the trash? I don't know. I'm boring.
I'd rather not talk about it right now.
Something happened.
What are you talking about?
I don't know.
I speaketh the tongue.
Doeth thou also thorough inventories? You should take stock of your notes. Make sure it's all there. Official notes contain informants' names. If some of it has fallen into the hands of the RCM's adversaries, bloodletting may well ensue.
Okay, I'll do that.
Say nothing.
I don't know, man. Sounds like an order. I don't take those.
I don't take orders.
Look at his portrait.
All right, I'll do that.
It would also not hurt to start taking notes on the case. Now, tell me what your eagle eyes see. Or are we finished?
The container sounds a muffled gong.
GG's, Kim.
That's one thing off the list. I think we got it all.
All right.
Tremble. The time is now. Taola.
Hola. What time?
Time for the show. For Taola. The hallowed time of fear and disintegration. A countdown has begun. All will collapse on itself. the world would disappear into a single grain of blackness. All sound will be muted. All life will scream.
Taola, what's that?
Half-Life.
Oh yeah, I wanted to know. What is your deal, Half-Life again?
Half-Light, you're at 2. Half-Light chill. Chill, Half-Light. And also, yeah, let the body take control. Threaten people.
What was the info again? Like,
High-strung investigators, shoot now, ask questions later, cops, surprise haters. Fight or flight response.
puts fear in your heart to act before it's too late.
Sense the way situations are about to turn. Attunes you to the world at high levels. Perpetual fear of your own shadow or something else. Yeah, okay. The fear. The fucking fear. When did this countdown begin?
This is because of the insane world ending I've been saying, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't think the time is now.
Yes, you spoke the words of the Palindropos and the houses of Pericarnassus. Items, people, even words will tumble. All will lose its meaning in the coming years. That is why you marked yourself.
So just full-on doomer.
Yep.
Full doomer. Okay. Am I sure it's not a joke or some kind of coping mechanism?
I'm a little afraid.
I do think the world might end soon.
Yeah, I'm going to opt out of the... What did he say again? Parinokoropsos or whatever it is. That was a mistake.
Yeah, I took some Greek in college, but I can't fucking pull that out. That ain't. Why not? We don't have to actually ingest the memory. We can just have it sit there, and then you choose later on which one you want to be, right? You create the, like Hobocop showed up, and then after showing up, you choose whether or not to integrate it into yourself, you know? So you get a second choice point.
The face of the woman fractures. There will be herd killing. We all become vapor.
Chill.
Damn. That's fucking... No, it's not just all gonna end. It's all gonna end horribly. Alright. So...
Oh, you got another
Cop
thing.
of the Apocalypse.
Temporary research bonus, -1 rhetoric, rambling madman, research time 6 hours 55 minutes.
Oh, you lose 1 rhetoric. Okay.
You woke up in a hotel room and started rambling about the end of the world. It's not your normal everyday tune crying either. Something truly colossal is approaching. The gloaming, the culling, the bloodletting of unimaginable proportions. Until now you've been pleasantly vague about the precise nature of this cataclysm. No more. Put the bloodletting on the burner and really figure out what's threatening the fragile physical reality you just found yourself in.
We're gonna just end up going down a path. Like, we're just gonna talk nonsense.
Yeah.
Just full on, like, apocalypse hobo, which is a thing. Apocalypse hobos are the ones that have the signs that say the end is nigh.
Yeah. Yes.
That's real. This is absolutely real. And then we got our tasks. We got our map.
These are found white checks. Those
Yeah, they
white
let you know
are
which ones you can
available to
actually try again.
now.
The mirror and the hanged man. And the trash container.
Oh, and it tells you the rate of success as well, I guess.
Cool. Hold on a second. Yes, not in specifics, but just in general. Okay. And interact. We got our yellow man mug. I use the interact button and then return to inspect the item. Broken nerd mug somehow made its way into the whirling in rags dumpster. Depicts a person of Samaran descent frolicking in a field of saffron flowers, buck-toothed and grinning feeble-mindedly. It seems to be a cheap knockoff of some colonial era antique. Super racist mug. Broken handle.
Yo, Kim, what do you think of this?
Damaged ledger.
Nothing to say, Kim? Alright.
This is the ledger you found in the trash. It's full of notes written in a man's dense cursive. Cursive is dead now, by the way.
Is it?
Is there any reason for anyone to ever use cursive, ever? When's the last time you hand wrote something?
I always write in cursive.
But when's the last time you hand wrote a thing?
Well, maybe a few weeks ago.
Oh, really? Without just, like, using notes on your phone or something like that?
No, yeah, writing is cool sometimes.
I didn't say it's not cool.
Yeah,
I just said I
just
just
something to roll down. Someone's talking to me, giving me a phone number, and I'm like, okay, just.
I don't disagree. I just never write anything anymore. It feels like my phone.
It's true that
phone notes takes that away.
It doesn't happen that often anymore. It's true, but yeah, I hope that I don't become the kind of person that doesn't write anymore, ever.
I mean, I feel like you can do it if you force it.
Yeah,
You have to deliberately choose to go get like a pen and a piece of paper as opposed to just writing on the phone you have right there. You know.
it's an art.
All right, so maybe it can be salvaged to keep some notes on the case.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A pitiful cabbage of white and yellow papers hanging from plastic board, barely held together by a metal clip. This sad display is made complete by the faint smell of urinal cleaner.
Oh.
Anything else?
There's a piece of toilet paper, or is it cleaning tissue? No, it's toilet paper, desperately sticking to the back of the blue plastic clipboard.
Desperately sticking. Writing.
That's good. Oh, that almost went over me, but I know those tags.
It's a metaphor for you. Thank you, waterlogged ledger, for spelling it out for us. Below the pathetics, terror. Do not look into its blue heart.
Inspect the toilet paper or the clip. You can browse the white or the yellow papers. You can look at the clipboard itself, or you can smell the ledger.
We got a lot to do here, actually.
It's just toilet paper sticking to the back of the plastic clipboard. You can take it off if you want.
Take it off.
Leave it there, it's cool.
Maybe it's kitchen tissue. They look exactly the same.
Still wet, the toilet paper peels off the plastic easily. All you have to do is shake it off with your finger and voila! The ledger now looks marginally better.
What's the next step?
An aluminium block runs the width of the board, biting down on the paperwork. Its crocodile teeth are the only thing keeping the papers together. A regular pencil, the tip worn down to nothing, has been attached to the clip.
Run your fingers across the aluminium.
Enough of the clip.
The surface is interrupted by a silvery sticker. It's rectangular, sparkling with iridescence. You don't know how you didn't notice it before. It is similar to the RCM watermark on your blazer the lieutenant mentioned. Didn't he say something about the headlights of his motor carriage? That you can read these there?
I feel like we're having foreplay with a clipboard.
Just touching it, looking at every layer.
I mean, it depends on if your personality type. If you're somebody who, like, if you are someone who has your hair tied back in the tightest ponytail and the sharpest, thickest glasses, you might be someone who's like, a clipboard just feels like order, and it feels good, and it feels like everything is just contained and directed, and there is authority, you know?
Order.
Yes.
Lieutenant, is this one of the hologram watermarks you mentioned?
What? Yes, halogen watermark used for adding information to RCM property.
Interesting. What kind of information?
How can I read it?
It depends. Aside from an anti-counterfeiting stamp, mine has my station number and address. The information varies by date of issue.
Maybe yours will have how many cases you've solved. How many years you've been on the force, he's thinking. It'll have that.
How can I read it?
Any capable light with the right wavelength will do.
You mentioned the headlights of your Kindiba?
Yes, RCM vehicles have headlights tuned especially to reveal halogen watermarks.
This means you can read the watermarks if you just turn the lights on.
Okay.
All right.
I need a little lift for my mouse right now.
Half cube.
Half cube is out because my wrist is starting to bug me from the low angle. Mouse is not comfortable when you're using it at like waist height.
No, definitely not. You're bending that wrist way too much.
Okay.
While a bunch of sodden papers sag from the clipboard in your hand, it's a sorry sight. They're not exactly white. They're yellowed in patches by sunlight and alcohol, and covered in dense blue handwriting. Ink escapes into watercolor patterns, reaching its tendrils across entire pages. The paper itself is checkered, with faint red lines, forming short paragraphs. Once in a while, there's a red stamp that exclaims, "Case files, commit to paper." The case files themselves are plenty. You count more than 100 sodden, crumpled up, earmarked pages falling apart in your hands. They appear to be sufficiently organized and extremely dense, if mostly illegible.
What is in there? What are they about?
Work, strife, poverty, the Jamrock Quarter. These are handwritten logs of investigations dating back to January 51, this year. The exact number is hard to estimate due to missing pages and an odd naming convention. But there are at least 20, maybe 30 cases undertaken, not completed, mind you. It's the middle of March. You have attempted 2 cases a week on average.
Is 2 cases a week a good caseload, Lieutenant?
There was a mention of a naming convention thing here.
I have to open an official case. Is there room?
I'm done inspecting these.
Huh? 2 complex cases to undertake is a lot, yes. You really have to push yourself. I would not suggest it, lest you start making mistakes.
2 cases a week appears to have been my load, Lieutenant. I'm not sure I completed them, though.
2? That's a lot. I didn't mean to say you are making mistakes, by the way. That was presumptuous of me.
I'm sure I made plenty of mistakes.
I burned out all right.
A nice brisk pace, the way I like it.
That's okay. We all do, sooner or later.
Like a fan of gills, the checkered papers dry in your hand. The handwriting is extremely dense, if mostly illegible. Yes, it appears you employ a, shall we say, robust yet literary system. Each investigation has its case number written on the margins. Yet, still more tellingly, most are accompanied by a name. A title, one might say even. One that draws inspiration from snoop fiction and vespertine cop show staples.
Oh my, and they're written in capital letters, too.
Yes, all caps. One is called The Next World Mural. Another, The Square Bullet Hole Murders. Another yet, The Unsolvable Case.
More?
Others appear more light-hearted. The guys on a couch in an unexpected location, and the murder at the hookah parlor. Even the rare article-free collapsing tenement. Murder features prominently throughout. It's going to take an effort to piece these case files together, but it can be done. Once you're done inspecting them up close.
Wow. Okay.
Okay, my cases appear to employ some kind of naming convention.
You mean the alphanumeric? Officer, precinct, time of arrival at the scene?
No, a non-numeric one.
Yeah.
With titles.
Oh, you mean the titular? Yes, well, so do I. In our defense, almost everyone in the RCM does.
Why is that?
It's a holdover from the early days of the RCM, right after the revolution, when the organization had little idea how to do things. It persists in an unofficial capacity. Officers use these titles to refer to their work among themselves.
I seem to have named the case The Square Bullet Hole Murders.
Don't mention it.
Again, in your defense, I seem to have named one The Man with the Hole in His Head. That was a real person. His death was real. Still, I named it that, to amuse myself.
Huh.
I pray his loved ones never find out.
Right?
Damn.
And what happened to him?
Rail spiked through the head. He died. It was a workplace accident.
Okay.
He's just being real about it.
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah, I remember hearing about. I forgot where it was, but I remember hearing about how first on the crime scene, officers that like employ gallows humor, that to keep the energy kind of light in a way as
Yeah.
they go through something horrible as a defense mechanism against
Yeah.
like taking damage from it.
Well, I can believe it.
Count the pages.
There is, for precisely one more. 15 pages near the end remain untouched by the damage. The checkered grid forms a structure of passages, breaking the case into subtasks to accomplish. Once all the tasks are accomplished, the case is complete.
Commit to paper.
Sadly, the ledger only comes with an old, worn-down lead pencil. It's unfitting of this monumental event.
Kim, do you have a pet?
No
The
matter.
lieutenant looks at his blue notebook. 2 fat, shiny pens hang from the binder.
Oh.
Like large caliber bullets on an ammo belt. He is not really saying anything, just standing there, looking at them.
Can I have one?
Mom says you get 2 of them and I have 1.
Know that I give this to you with resentment.
Thank you. Yo, Kim K.
Yep.
Kim K
Yep.
in the house. Breaking the internet. Let's go. Let's go. Commit to paper with this beauty.
The tasks you've completed flow out of the blue oblong pen in a brash freehand uncannily similar to the rest of the letters. The wording comes easily. It's almost robotically simple. A language developed for mental rigor and simplicity. Inspect the victim's body. Interview the cafeteria manager. It's not exactly poetry, but poetry would be out of place.
Cross out the ones you finished.
A satisfying slash sounds across the paper. You're done, it seems to say. And
Sakujo. Sakujo.
Yeah, where's the sound of you know?
things to
Missed
be done
opportunity.
and things already done. The composition of reality. This is an extremely useful tool for a detective of the citizens' militia. Now all that remains is to name the case.
Lieutenant, have you by any chance named our case?
No, actually. Any ideas?
The Hanged Man.
The Furies are at home in the mirror.
The Setting Sun.
Shit on a stick.
Actually, I don't have one.
So I would go with the Hanged Man simply because of the tarot reference. That's cool. However, knowing that the title of this game was originally referenced to the Furies, I'm going to lean in that direction because that's pretty fire, and I still like the original name.
Furies. Yes, well, I don't know. I have to be honest, I'm not experiencing the internal strife that it refers to. And also, could you make it less poetic somehow? Just a normal case name, you know?
Too much artsy.
What would that be? A good normal name.
Yes, you know what that normal name is, but it's so plain. Anything.
The Setting Sun. Conceptualization. Give it a rest. We're calling it the Hanged Man.
Or you could go, I don't have another name. The
Great.
Furies.
That's great. That's actually what I was thinking too. The Hanged Man.
Yeah, of course.
Good, strong name. We have a very good name for the case now. I'm going to start calling it the Hanged Man. It's good we sorted this out.
If that's what conceptualization wants to lead me towards, then I will not be playing along with conceptualization.
Get out of the
Shit on a
picture
stick
frame.
is stupid. Fuck you. All right.
Oh, damn, okay.
We got points.
Indeed.
I think we should make ourselves a little more physically, you know?
Yeah? You want to give yourself a bit more endurance?
Perception as well, actually. I wouldn't mind some perception.
And your savoir-faire is at 0 right now.
Savoir-faire.
I think there's some items that give you negative ones, right?
I took the hit. Yeah, there's a lot of ways we can go with that. And stats, at the very least, health and morale are pretty fucking rough shape. All right.
You don't exactly close them, so much as distance yourself from the smelly papers. They're a little further from your nose now.
Ooh, 83% chance. Logic 5. Can I read the case files now? Yeah. Not in conversation? Fair enough.
It's proving to be harder than expected. You just don't have the intellectual rigor to patch the quilt back together. Try again later.
Ouch!
That was brutal.
Failure on 83%. Damn! That's too, like, high fucking... Okay. I better get some low percentage successes to make up for this.
You rolled a 1. You rolled a 1 out of 6. That's crazy.
Oh,
okay.
my God.
In the back, you see thin, translucent copier paper. Some neon yellow, some bright red. All covered in boxes, like marching armies. These look like official forms, waiting to be filled out. Then rip them from the binder and hand them out, according to type of form. 3. The topmost are misconduct fines, the middle ones are station calls, and the bottommost are field autopsy forms. Each is easy enough to make sense of. You don't have to be an intellectual giant to do police work.
Yo, conceptualization with the bars.
So, you know what? I don't even think I have the ability to Google this in time. I'm gonna try. But I remember reading, that here we go. Okay, article on ABC News. Court okays barring high IQs for cops. So
What?
I remember reading about this a long time ago. There are cutoff points for IQ when you're applying to be a police officer, because and apparently part of the reasoning is because they will often be distracted and likely not remain a member of the force for very long, because there'll be other things they want to do, other callings in life. If your IQ is high enough, and the time it takes to train you is very long, and it's very expensive. So the idea of training somebody that's going to then just walk away from the job and not do it for life is a waste. So they effectively are like, we don't want anyone that's too smart.
You're overqualified.
This is
Your IQ
This is what
too
I
high.
remember. This is what I remember hearing about. And I just Googled high IQ cops to get a link to
So
that.
higher IQ, you might fall in line but not stay in line. And they don't want that. They want you to fall in line and stay in line.
There are other implications you can read into that piece of information, but allegedly part of it is based on them not maintaining the job and leaving it for something else, and they don't want to waste time and training on that. But you can think about whatever other implications come alongside that.
Yeah.
Job retention, so to speak. Yeah.
Yo. Okay.
I was quite surprised to hear about that shit. when
Yeah,
I did.
color me surprised as well.
Yeah.
Misconduct fine.
A monetary penalization ranging from 20 to 250 real. Severe cases allow for 1,000 real, but that requires special paperwork. The details of issuing these fines are spread out over the rest of the fields.
Yeah. I'll point out that Woolie's been wrong about this type of stuff before. That's why I'm specifically saying that I quickly Googled and that you can read that article I'm describing, because I'm simply taking information from outside the world,
You even quoted
hearing
the source
it,
saying
and then
ABC.
trying to quote exactly. So if that turns out to not be legitimate, you can investigate for yourself and find out what the details are. However, I'm quoting where the information came from. A monetary penalization ranging from 20 to 250 real, 1,000. Okay.
But they appear pleasantly vague.
Station call.
These are quite sinister in turn. They give a date and time for the person to appear at the specified precinct police station. Below the call are the criminal charges you risk by not appearing.
And field autopsy?
A dozen pages of thin copy paper, bright red in color. You see the parameters of a deceased human form waiting to be filled in. Age, sex, condition of internal organs.
Oh, enough of these.
Yes, all that remains now is to fill those forms and hand them to people. Fines for wrongdoers, interview requests for bad guys, and field autopsies to dead guys.
But we get experience for doing this.
The rest of the stinking cellulose is much worse for wear. Being sandwiched between the board and the rest of the paperwork must have spared the fragile copy of paper.
Okay, hold on. Let's save.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff happening right now, eh?
Okay.
Oh yeah, and still have to level up something.
Yeah. Leveling up. I mean, I don't want to hold... I know I can hold on to the points and decide later, but I want to get the benefits as early as possible because I don't know what's coming up next.
And what if, like, one of these things
Something
would
on the
help
way- exactly.
current investigation?
Yeah, if you're... What if you're holding on to points and then you currently need one, right? Like, so I don't know what's coming up next, so I kind of want to not hold on to my points lest I suffer a bad check where I don't need one. But what I was going to do was look at that inventory, and well, here, let's just do this.
It's just a racist mug. What's there to read here? Not much.
There's quite a lot to read into here, actually. Look at all that content.
I love that it calls it content. It's like, you fucking, you get it, you know? But even in a single player context where you're not playing and no one else is watching what you're doing, it's still content.
But yeah.
Oh boy, here we go. What are you going to say about a broken, tossed-away mug that you dug out of the garbage?
Let's go.
All right.
Let's go.
All right. The game wants to know more about you.
What's up with that?
This mug is an example of prejudice, and I'm going to use it as an example of what not to do.
Good. Not bad. I'm going to push this into the face of every merchant I find and tell them this is your inane ideology.
Okay. All right. The mug will be useful. By denouncing it, I can earn political capital to mask my badass hustling, i.e., fraud and embezzlement.
Not bad. The mug didn't belong in the trash. It was just a funny mug. Can't anyone laugh anymore? It's just a joke. Why are you getting your panties in a bunch? Huh? Just having fun here. I didn't kill anyone. I didn't hurt anyone.
What's the big deal?
Just an image.
Why you have to get mad? It's only
a joke.
It's only a joke.
Come on. Yo, these are the times. These are the times. You can't hide.
Oh boy. Well.
So what do you truly believe in, Woolie?
What do I believe in or what do I want to see? There's a humongous difference between the two.
Tomato. Potato, potato.
Oh. Oh, that's wow. All right. You know, I mean, listen, we all know. And further, this is horrible, right? Gaining, fucking, just capitalizing on it, flexing, trying to use it
Yeah.
to talk about how good you are, letting everybody know, and then kissing a baby. Fraudulent. That's some
Mwah.
bullshit, right? Here, you can definitely remind people of the dumb shit of the past that's pretty dumb. It's like, why look how shit this was. And look how things are now because of it, you know? And this is just outright like this bad. Cup bad, you know? But I mean, what
Yeah.
what is not the best medicine if not just laughter? Right?
It heals.
Is it not? Is it not just
It feels good to laugh. It feels good to laugh, Woolie. Some people might laugh. You might not laugh, but let somebody else enjoy it. Huh?
I mean, I wouldn't go as far as to say it didn't belong in the trash, because it did, and Kim is standing right there,
Yeah.
and that's no good.
Kim is like, why'd you take it out?
But what happens if we go down this line of thought? What occurs? I would like to know.
Understood. You're that kind of detective. Why don't you get back to your case?
Wow.
Yo.
It doesn't even play along.
Oof.
Oh, yo, this
Yo.
game doesn't even fuck
Yo.
around with you.
No nonsense. No nonsense at all.
Got it. Moving on.
Oh, you're that kind of guy?
Wow.
That's all I needed to hear.
Oh, that's interesting.
To the game's defense, that answer does say a lot.
It super does.
like,
I respect the brief, curt, like, and that's the end of content. I respect it. Like, cool. All right. Peace. drink your shit, bro. Drink your shit. Game says nah. No, we talk about content all the time. It cuts it short. I respect it.
are you content? You content? Okay.
I respect it.
Is
I
it a
respect
letter you
it.
found in the trash? A cabbage of papers hanging from the board, with the permeables drawer inside.
Anyway,
It's barely held together by a clip, then made complete by the faint smell of urinal cleaner.
it clearly takes more than just one thought to send you down the pathway of a given what are they called? Thought cabinet entry. A given thought. It takes more than just one, right? Kappa type. All right.
Arson, petty theft, spout. You don't exactly close, thin, see-through. The rest of the stinking cellulose it's made of dark blue plastic, hard enough to beat someone to submission with. The edges are rounded, however. The U4 size board feels thick and heavy in your hand. Light shimmers on its wet surface. On the back, you see the embossed letters, RCM.
What'd you say the color was?
Blue. The blue heart. Don't look into it.
Okay. Shake the ledger.
Something rattles inside.
Is it related
ever
to the
so
blue
lightly.
line?
Is there a hidden compartment? Permeables. It's not hidden per se. The compartment is made for permeable materials that would get damaged if something happened to it.
Peek inside.
The plastic shimmers like lapis lazuli, but it is not see-through. You cannot see to its center.
How would I open it?
With your hands, U4-sized pages hang from the clip screwed to the top of the board.
Even 58%. Reggie?
All right, let's do the thing.
Is not
Oh my
what
God.
you end up doing.
What is
Use the
happening?
plastic to slide it open, but nothing happens. Then you bend it some. Then crack it. The goddamn thing is stuck.
Oh man, the fucking dice gods hate today.
Damn.
The dice gods are hating hard.
The ledger quivers in your hand.
All right.
As it shakes, the pages rustle. This pathetic mess suddenly afraid of you for some reason.
RNG says no fun.
The acidic stench of rotting food is rubbed off on the cellulose. It now forms the base of the experience. This base surrounded by a faint air of spoiled meat, the stuff of death itself, and then sprinkled liberally with the citrus zest of toilet cleaner.
Look, man, if the RNG keeps fucking us over, I like, what can I say? Like, there's got to be still game besides that. I hope we eventually get our shit together. But for now, it's not going okay.
There he still is, looking right through you with his white
Take that
eyes.
8%.
The body below, the ammonia only makes it worse. The combination forces tears out of your ducts. You manage to keep it in once. The second time, not so much. When the vomiting is done, your cheeks are wet with tears.
Oh my God. The ammonia doesn't help at all.
I don't think I want to be a cop anymore. Big horfs.
Game over, yeah.
Hawk twee.
Are you okay, officer?
Feel the lieutenant pat you on the back. Heavy, rhythmic pats.
The weight is reassuring, like a crenel on solid fortification. Pat, pat, pat.
There, baby.
You're facing tough odds here. It's aggravated further by alcohol withdrawal.
Why can't I keep it in if I've been a cop my whole life?
This is bullshit. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to be a cop.
Can we do something else? I think I want to solve something else now.
Do it without me. I just can't keep it down.
I've seen captains puke their guts out. It never gets easier. You never get used to the smell. Every Monday is cadaver day. Throw up, investigate. Throw up, initial autopsy. Throw up, baguette.
He pats your back again.
Then drive to the station. Maybe throw up on the way there if you didn't bag the thing tight enough.
You seem to be fine.
I think I've lost my sense of smell.
There's a pause.
A white lie.
Not being hungover helps too.
Yeah, that's rough. That is rough.
Do it without me, or do something else. Any feeling?
Yeah, maybe 3?
That's probably a good idea. Clear our head. But before we can do that,
He withdraws his hand
You
from
need
your
to get
back
your
and
shit
looks
together.
you in the eye. You need to get your shit together. Alright.
No.
But I don't want to get my shit together.
But my shit already is together.
Yeah, 4 or 1.
Oh, okay.
we should go talk to the locals. Find something else to do while the wind changes. It's pretty bad right now. Give it half an hour. Get yourself together. Then come back and have another go.
Man, what is it like if you solve that on the first time, I wonder? Because, yeah, I got a similar fucking fail when I was doing it on my own. Volumetric shit compressor.
Your shit is apart, and it's rather unbecoming of a cop and a human being. It's supposed to be the opposite of that, together, compressed in a small area. To achieve a solid level of shit compression, squeeze your butt cheeks together for 30 minutes. Do something similar with the 2 hemispheres of your brain. Talk to people, maybe that'll help.
Need you to get your shit. Get all your shit, Summer. Get your shit together. Get it together. Your shit.
All of it.
Get your shit together. Takes only half an hour. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Okay.
So what do we got? We got a bunch of missions and quests. We got shitty kids. The kitchen is open.
Rue de Saint-Ghislain. 8B? Or is it Ghislaine?
I guess in French, I would say Ghislaine.
Yes. As in Ghislain Raza,
Yeah. Yeah.
the Star Wars kid.
Yeah.
However, Prince Andrew did say Ghislaine.
Okay. God bless their soul. Or, not. There are bottles inside. You could pick them up if you had a bag. Oh, there's a trash can.
Or a mailbox?
This Postler Vantore
Mailbox
mail collection
indeed.
box has been